Hello guys, welcome to another video.
Hello guys, welcome to the video.
This is a bit.
This is for my channel. I am getting the Ray-Ban smart glasses. It's his official one.
Hold on, look guys, on Alfie's Tech World. Hold on, let me just put my phone closer to my iPad. I'm also glad that I got 2 new subscribers.
I think we should record, call record and do a video about it together.
Okay. Anyway, actually that isn't possible since you need your iPhone to call record, and your Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses are going to be linked to your iPhone while you call record, and you cannot use your Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses while you are on a call.
Well, how am I going to do it then?
You have to record a video.
Okay, but on what device? Because you're on my iPad.
Well, when you get them, you'll have to record it on your iPad. That's going to be an issue.
I could put you on my Chromebook.
Yeah, but your Chromebook gets overheated, doesn't it?
Do you know what? I don't care if that thing explodes.
You're getting a Windows laptop in December, so it doesn't matter.
That thing's slow enough anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm happy that I got 2 new subscribers, so 2 of my friends did subscribe, so I'm happy about that. Anyway, that isn't really the point of this video.
So on my channel, guys, I will do a setup of these glasses on call.
And I've also found something very, very interesting. Deck Talk is now part of Well, the link that I found does not even work, since when you try and click on it, it says on GitHub, it says like something about the page not being valid or something like that.
Repository not valid?
Or repository not found.
Yeah.
So
that's normal if the repository's been deleted.
Or it just doesn't exist.
Okay, guys. So, Alfie, I will either have you on my Chromebook,
or on a Echo call.
or I will record on my Chromebook.
It'll probably be better to record on your Chromebook.
Why?
Since your Chromebook sounds a bit better than your phone or iPad.
True, since it is. The microphone's quite good.
Yeah, we can say that, but the actual processor that it uses.
An Intel Celeron. Makes me want to vomit.
Intel Celeron, if you get like the newer versions of the Intel Celeron, it's well better. Also, have you seen the new Intel Arc Pro B60?
No.
It's pretty cool. It's basically like a new GPU with 16 gigabytes of VRAM, virtual random access. No, not virtual random access memory. Video random access memory.
Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna set these up on video. So this is gonna be first time setup. No resets. First time.
No, I've never done a first time setup on my channel. I was planning to do one for my Brown Oak Touch Plus, but I didn't have time because
if you get one.
I was so eager to get it out of the box and just do it.
I will get the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses out of the box off video only because
makes sense, because you need help with that.
Yeah, especially since I don't want to reveal shipping information. It might be on the box. So I'm gonna do that off call. Off video. I might pause the recording.
So you haven't seen my glasses yet, but I will show it to you soon. So yeah, guys.
And when I get them, after maybe a few months, me and Alfie will do our honest opinions of them.
Yeah, I've had mine for about a month now. It's actually gone so quick now because remember getting it out of like the packaging that it was in, and it was like, oh my, this is like so weird. Like the case is like the case feels like a sausage almost.
How do you put it in the
Huh?
case? How do you put it in the case?
How do you put it in the case?
Yeah.
So, you know, like you've got like a gap between the frames on that side.
What, in the middle? Like on the bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be like that. You've got to turn it so that there's no dent. You just feel where the glass is, you know, like the, I don't know what you call it. I think it's the lenses. You've got to turn it so that there's like a dint where the lens, like the tiniest bit, like a gap between the lenses. But
is it like sideways or anything, or is it like?
It's not sideways. Actually, it's like an oblong shape. So you've got to put the frames on top of each other, and then you've got to put it. I don't know how to describe it. It's so difficult to describe how you put it in. You'll probably win.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I did.
Was it quite easy?
No. I kept on putting it the wrong way.
Meta, what you need to do, bring back the charging dock.
That's a bit too bulky. And besides, that's giving me Nintendo vibes.
Guys, so I'm also probably going to set John Cena's voice on there.
Oh god, here we go.
I said probably, Alfie. Are you listening?
There's more celebrities on there.
Imagine they're Michael Jackson. That would be weird.
They can't because he's dead and he needs to be
I know.
He needs to be recorded.
Hey, at least we don't have Technoblade.
Yeah.
Because this AI company, Shapes.ai, they're making money out of a dead YouTuber.
Hey?
Okay, that's just sinister.
Yeah, and weird.
Yeah. I would rather make money out of 25 ways to break an iPad. Which is a reference to 25 ways to break a DS Lite.
Yeah, which is also going to be a reference of 25 ways to break a Nintendo Switch 2.
What, are you going to do it?
Yeah.
What, are you going to throw it and all that?
No, I'm actually going to take out the hard drive, then break the hard drive, then put the pieces back inside of the Nintendo Switch. And also, but apparently, if you do get a Nintendo Switch, you're actually not owning the console. You're owning the license for the console.
What do you mean?
This is a new thing that they've announced. If you buy the console, you're owning the license to the console. You don't actually own the parts to the console.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means if you decide to homebrew it, Nintendo can shut down your console anytime.
What happens when it gets shut down?
You can't play any games.
What does it do?
It just... I don't know what it does because I don't have a physical copy.
Guys, for some reason, I just badly want to open up an iPhone and take out its internal memory.
What I want to do is replace the chipset of an iPhone with a Samsung Galaxy S25.
I want to use Upgrader, but sadly, it's been removed, and Dr. Hack Beta 2XBD actually has it on there. But, if you have an invite, can you please invite me in your beta test corner?
Same.
Because I badly need it.
I really want to I really want to downgrade my iPhone 4S so that I can test out the old
You can actually downgrade, but you need a mod and an add-on and a source.
And also, the quickest way to downgrade is probably using IPSW.
I mean, downgrader and upgrader. Those are the slowest ways.
Yeah.
You have to mess around with YAML configs.
I know, which is very annoying.
Default configuration.yaml
I prefer an IPSW. Even though it resets your phone, that's basically what every update does, although it does get the information from your iCloud.
Anyway, guys.
Actually, no, it doesn't, because
Upgrade is a bit better because you can get Apple Intelligence.
Yeah, although you could just install Nugget and enable it from there.
I know, but you need a computer and some people might not have one or...
Well, if you do, then you can install it.
But I would say Upgrader.
I'll probably test it on my iPhone SE 2nd gen, to be honest.
With Upgrader, apparently you can install older jailbreak versions as well, but again, you need a source release and an add-on. A source release is basically where it'll grab things from. So, let's say you want to downgrade an app, which you actually can do.
Which I think is going to be useful for some users.
So, you need to install the App Downgrader GTP repository.
Oh.
And to do that, go to repositories, add repository, and then just search, and then we'll find it. And then
basically the same as Cydia.
You go into the source release tab. And then
why is it copying Cydia?
I don't know. I think it's based on Cydia.
Bro, first off, repositories.
You press on your source, which would be
Cydia copying again.
App Downgrader GTP. Again, for some reason we've got different names. But if you actually no, it's called Downgrader Apps _C.
Also, one thing I want to see is Cydia copywriting whoever made it.
Anyway, so when you click that, you need to scroll down to whatever app you want. There's pretty much every app on the App Store.
Well,
partly because this takes the App Store hostage. And goes,
how did I not know that?
And then it's going to be like, I'm taking all your app versions.
Why?
It's even got old Apple apps.
Eh? Also, speaking of old Apple apps,
you can also
do you want to sideload the iOS free settings app? Because yes, you can do that on the Internet Archive.
Guys, Upgrader is, I'd say it's fine, really. The only issue with it is the fact that when you first install it, it mentions bash and that there's a missing file and /system/library/ /core services /upgrader.
Bruh.
And then there's an install library button. All it does is install a bunch of PKGs.
So you're telling me that iOS can run PKGs?
Well, they're not actually PKGs, but it references to them as PKGs.
Bruh.
They're actually Upgrader package source.
Well, they do say that iOS is based off macOS.
Might be.
It actually is, because there was the prototype that Steve Jobs showed everyone was actually macOS 10 with a touchscreen.
Anyway, and if you also feel like it, I know this is crazy, but you can install iFile.
Give me it now.
The working version.
Oh.
Which works with every OS. Well, obviously you need to add a few add-ons. Number one is called JBiscuit.
Huh? That's the same as AppCake.
JBiscuit.
Bro, who names these?
Then you need to install something called OpenSH.
I've heard about that.
And then rootaccess.pk.
Huh?
Rootaccess.pk basically allows some apps to access the root with no authorization. I don't know why, but there's a Graphene OS launcher add-on.
Oh my god.
Which for some some reason, I just badly want to run.
Now I really want to use Upgrader to upgrade my iPhone.
Anyway, you need to install shscripts01j, which is the scripts for the source which you're going to need to install in a bit. Then you need to install alphagit.
Is that a rip-off of Alphabet?
I don't know.
Excuse me? Is that a rip-off of Alphabet? Alphagit!
Then you need to install JIT execute.
JIT, obviously.
And that's going to be good if you want to run UTM.
Yeah, UTM.
And the proper version, not slow edition.
Yarian Empire.
Anyway, so now we've got all those add-ons downloaded and installed, you want to go into apply all source changes. It's going to be a new option. And you go into add-ons and then source PK.
Make school fun again.
So all of those add-ons which we installed except source PK won't show up. So then you press apply source changes, and then it will ask if it can restart the upgraded package manager kit
Yes, you can.
and your device bootloader.
What? So you tell me that the system is not responding. I know that is not a reference to my MacBook Air.
Anyway, so after that you'll be taken to like a terminal window or automatically type a command in for you, and you'll be asked to enter your passcode.
Or as macOS calls it, password.
And,
Why isn't it not called a passkey? It is basically a passkey.
Anyway, after you enter your password or passcode, whatever, you're going to need to open the JIT.
Actually, I know why they said password, because you can type in alphanumeric characters, which include the alphabet. And
Anyways,
I'm not referencing Alphabet Incorporated.
let's continue. And when you've opened it, just click Enable JIT Execution and Launcher. It will, if you're sure you want to modify or upgrade the packages. That's partly because the developer of Upgrader done something where if anything's installed in the root of Upgrader, it will tamper with that, so it's disabled. So you need to enable a special certificate, and then it's going to say, like, are you sure this app will be able to tamper with Upgrader modifications and downgrader mods? Are you sure you want to install this certificate to /system/library/core services/upgrader/startup/add-ons?
They make it so complicated.
Honestly, that if you go into there's a bunch of like script files like root to access pk.sh.
Why is it a .sh when it could be a plist file or whatever? Plist.
It's because Upgrader runs sh files.
Oh, and not to mention, Apple make plist or plist, however you want to say it, available so that people can use it. Don't hold back. It's basically the same as an XML.
Anyway,
Because it even says XML version equals.
Anyway, after that, you're gonna get a pop-up from Upgrader saying, "Hi, Upgrade Assistant here. You have 16 packages currently installed, and 4 packages down."
Basically, the 4,987th rip-off of Cydia.
Anyway, so the 400 file packages which are installed,
It just says 16 packages.
I'm pretty sure those are root access managers and SH stuff. I'm not completely sure because, again, I did not get the invite from
Then how do you know this?
Oh, it's because a video. I still remember it somehow. Oh, damn, yeah, I forgot now. But I'm pretty sure it's in I'm pretty sure it's in the upgrader app. Anyway, just figure that out, guys. After you're in the upgrader app and you're in the XPD menu. What is XPD?
XPD. Wasn't it the XP directory? Because I know something called XP services.
I don't know, because like people refer it to the XPD menu. I'm like, what? Anyway, after that, you just need to select on App Store, rip off,
Yeah.
and then Root Policy Apps,
Rip off.
and then you can have two apps currently because of the sources. You have iFile and Fileser.
They are basically the same. Although iFile, you have to restart VoiceOver to actually use.
So, if you do select Fileser, it will give you an error partly because it will say TV not released yet.
Huh?
What? I don't know.
Did it just say TV?
No, TB.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you can get upgraded on Apple TV as well.
Right. Speaking of Apple TV, if you have created, well, technically you can already sign in. You can already use a Apple developer account because you've got an Apple account. So, and also, when you do get into there, go into the download page. Just have a look at something really interesting on iOS 16 simulators, because the Apple Watch simulator is bigger than the Apple TV simulator. Do you get that, Nathan?
That's weird.
Because the Apple TV simulator is obviously bigger. Because
Anyway, after clicking on File, you press Download Additional SH Packages, and then I know this is kind of techie. Then
this is what our channel is about.
I know. In the command line, this is quite a long command. Sudo launch upgrader -pkg setup.sh.
That's not a long command.
And after that, it's going to ask for a curl reference. This is the long bit. So, curl reference is SHAR1323455428 -QBC1A. If you enter this wrong, you're just going to get a payload error. And then you press return again. It'll say the following packages are going to install. There's a bunch of iOS packages.
That makes sense.
Just select yes.
I thought upgrading was supposed to be upgrading your iPhone, not installing stuff.
I know, but it also has a bunch of add-ons which you can use.
Also,
By the way, when you install iFile, you're actually going to get a terminal installed as well.
I love iFile.
You haven't even used it!
Huh?
You haven't even used it.
I know, but I've seen, like, blind users use it.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention something. If you didn't install JIT, then iFile will error out, and this is custom build by the way, and it will error out saying missing add-on. Please install immediately. Immediate action required, and then it's just a quick one.
Have you installed iFile before?
No, I'm not going to take the dare.
I remember when my iPad decided to take the dare, and what happened? Cydia just glitched.
Upgrader does have an option to remove Cydia from your chip as well.
Oh.
That might be useful for you. broken warranty.
Huh?
In case you want to avoid your friend's warranty.
Hmm.
Just please don't do that. I do not condone that.
Hmm.
And there is a bunch of options like open iRoots on startup.
Makes sense.
And install open iRoots.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Open iBoot.
Virtual machine stuff. Like you can do a boot.
Oh.
And all of this, remember this, where is. So iRoot isn't actually in your hardware, it's actually in /private/boot.
That's what I found out.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of the video. No, it's not. No, it's not. So,
Well, I want to say something before we carry on. Well, we need to talk about Blindsoft anyway after what I'm about to say. I'm so sorry, guys, about me not doing a live stream last weekend. I couldn't. I seriously couldn't because I was installing video. No, I wasn't installing video. I was installing Visual Studio. Not the developer version, the community version.
anyway, so, Web3 updates, we've done like 3 levels now.
Well, yeah, basically.
I will show this little preview of the game running on my Chromebook.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, it does use TTS. We made some scripts for that. By the way, this game is HTML, so this will work
And JavaScript.
This will work on any OS. Well, any OS that supports a web browser.
Well, any operating system that supports the Unity WebGL.
Actually, I don't think it uses Unity WebGL.
It does.
How do you know?
Because you can press commands.
Oh, yeah. Most browsers support it, so...
Makes sense.
Every browser supports it, actually.
Well. Yeah.
I don't know why, but it thinks this device, my Chromebook, it thinks that it doesn't support HTML5 canvas. Even though it does, because the Resta little game, that works fine. How are you going to explain that?
Yeah.
Okay, the game's loading.
It's not a game.
In the Chromebook. I was about to open the game.
Speaking of games, get ready for this. But Glory Frontline. Drum roll, please.
Windows. Press search plus space happening.
It's being released the first beta in June.
Files. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the closed beta.
It might not be, but we will see. And also, that means that if it is releasing, it might be out for the holidays. Because yes, tomorrow we do break up in the UK. Well, where I am.
Beta testers. Download. My files. Guess what? How to print it? Linux. iOS 19. Coming next.
I can't wait. It's actually less than a month now.
Sorry about all the tips.
Wait! Hold! June 9th. We're on the 22nd of May at the times. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. 18 days until iOS 19 is released.
For beta testers.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. 1 week and 4 days. Wait! This is the first time we've had a beta that we will be able to test on the holidays.
Whoa. Anyway, guys.
Wait, hold on. Let me just check. Wait.
Mm.
Thursday? Wait, today's Thursday at the time of recording. So next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so yes it is. Oh my god.
Can I do it now, please?
Yeah.
So, all the audio files, guys, those are basically all the sounds for the game. Engines virus laser Beagle dial-up health laser beamed up, linsoft full game. HTML size. At the time of recording, we've still got a book, but again, this is.
We definitely do have a book.
Linsoft full game file. Button. Okay, so we're on the. It's not going to be called that, it's going to be called WebVoid. Address, search, Linesoft virus defender. File, button, Linesoft virus defender. Tap anywhere to connect to the server listed. Please wait, connecting to the server listed. Heading 1. Search field ready. Suggested website is linsoft.net. Search web address. Edit text. Search web address. A little Easter egg will be added, so if you actually search blindsoft.net, there's going to be a little surprise for the Descent of Phoenix fans. Yeah, so it's going to load up this webpage, hacker.net. Web address, download file, button. Now, web address, hacker.net, selected. If you try and avoid the fight, read only. Ha! Download file, button. Hacker.net, download file, button. There's not much here. Download file. Virus detected. Prepare to attack. 20 HP. Virus now 18 HP. You have hit 20 HP. Virus health is now 16 HP. The virus attacked you for 10 HP. You have 19 HP left. The virus attacked you for 10 HP. You have 18 HP left. You have hit 20 HP. Virus health is now 14 HP. The virus attacked you for 10 HP. You have 17 HP left. You have hit 20 HP. Virus health is now 20 HP. The virus attacked you for 10 HP. You have 16 HP left. You have hit 20 HP. Virus health is now 0 HP. Virus depleted. Redirected. Continue. Button. Here's the weapon to defeat. Virus defender has protected your PC from suspicious malware entering your system. Here's the weapon to defeat this virus. It's hard to delete from your system. Continue. Button. Now, press search plus space to activate. Download. Button. Get free Robux now. free-robux.aggames.co.com. Please wait. Connecting to the server listed. Heading 1.
Ignore that.
Actually, I think that'll be good. Actually, what we'll do there is it will say connecting to suspicious Wi-Fi. Get free download button. Okay, download. Press search plus space to activate. New virus detected. You suspect please wait. Attack the virus. Heading 2. Your HP 100 virus HP 100. Attack the virus. Heading sticky mode disabled. You have hit 13 HP. Virus health is now 17 HP. Attack you 15 HP. You have 18 HP left. You can tell that's more powerful. The virus attacked you with 15 HP. 16 HP left. You have hit 13 HP. Virus health is now 10 HP. The virus attacked you with 15 HP. You have 14 HP left. You have hit 13 HP. Virus health is now minus 20 HP. Virus depleted. Redirected. File. Button. Linesoft virus defender. System secure. Heading 1. We're gonna fix them.
Yeah, for the time being, that is what it is.
With power. Shut down. For people who want a beta test, you can sign up on Google Forms. There'll be a beta testing password. It's going to be the same for everyone, which we will send you if you accept. If we don't, we'll kindly reject and say, sorry, you haven't been accepted to WebVoid beta testing.
Because there's only going to be 50% of you that will get access.
Yes, that's for the alpha testers. The beta testers. So, I'll tell you how you'll know when you get updates. So,
The alpha tester, what was I about to say? the alpha testers will automatically get the beta updates.
Yes, and if you actually were an alpha tester and you're playing the original game, like let's say you installed the wrong one. There's a little keyboard shortcut for you guys, which will go to the beta download page. It's only available for it'll be sent to you via Google Forms or whatever, Gmail.
Mhm.
The reason why we're using Google Forms, SMTP is a pain.
Also, if I do get it sorted, there's only going to be certain times when I will have the server up. However, if you do want to get the updates straight away, if you are a alpha tester, you need to do on every single web page Control+U. Actually, no, it's just you. So you, and then it will say, please wait, checking the server. Now, this does not refer to where it says, please wait, connecting to the server. This is
Actually, no, you update it from the website. All you need to do is download the new build.
It's called blindtechdownloads.rf.gd.
But you can also get it from itch.io. There's two versions of the game. The beta test version, which is for alphas.
Yeah.
The public beta, open beta, and
I'm recording.
there's the main one. No, not the main one. I mean, there's the stable release.
Yeah.
So, alpha testers will get it a few weeks, maybe, before the closed beta testers. They'll get it 1 week before the open beta testers.
Now, the itch.io version will not be out at the time being. You will have to download the HTML.
But basically, the game will be a zip, and in there you're going to have a bunch of audio files, a README, with a more clear tutorial for people who, let's say, can't understand what the game wants. And there's a little surprise for TTS lovers in the third version of the game, which will come out maybe in a few months, maybe.
Yeah.
And it's something to do with Microsoft SAM.
The second version is going to be including BonziBuddy. And if you don't know what BonziBuddy is, you are not a true tech.
And a little spoiler for you. In the third one, BonziBuddy and Microsoft SAM are best friends.
That sounds a bit weird.
And they slowly take over your computer.
We may even include a bit of a snippet for my Christmas special. However, no, we won't. It might be for my first ever video on Alfie's Tech World TTS Productions. Now, that is going to be very interesting. So,
if that game turned into a meme, that would be crazy.
Anyway, for the TTS lovers, it's basically going to be where there's basically a little video where they basically interact with each other, but there's more text-to-speech voices. You have Microsoft David, Microsoft Zera, Microsoft Mark, Microsoft, who else? Microsoft George. You also have some Deck Talk voices. And yes, I do have Deck Talk.
Anyway, so, in the fourth part, you start in BonziBuddy's dungeon. And it's that evil body from Crypto NWO. Except with censoring, because...
Well, the words are going to be modified.
There's going to be young people playing it, and I know that.
Yeah.
Under 18, for example.
Mhm.
And please be careful what you say in the chat. to under 18s because under 18.
I think we've already made that clear.
Yeah. If you do that, if you actually want to do like over 18 stuff, you're gonna need to actually go into a separate thing which needs age verify for. There'll be a tiny little voice clip.
Yeah.
You submit for age verification, no face verification, no ID, just a tiny little voice clip. And we can tell if it's AR.
Yeah, we can.
And then you'll get pinged in DMs saying you've been accepted into over 18 chat. You still need to follow some basic rules. And you'll have a new chat channel.
Okay, so with just standard web void, there's going to be 10 levels. Now, at the 10th level, you will get a tiny snippet of the second game.
Basically, so you fall asleep while scrolling through TikTok or whatever.
Oh no, this is not related to the Descent of Phoenix.
Anyway, this is related to web void. You fall asleep in the middle of scrolling through an important article and you have a dream about part 2. So part 2 is Bonzi Buddy in, and it starts with Bonzi Buddy singing.
How that's going to work, I don't know.
You might be able to do it with Star.
That would have to be, I don't know, it might have to be with SAPI 4 tags.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. If we can't, it'll just be Bonzi Buddy saying, meet your fate. And then you're going to get a pop-up saying, Bonzi.exe is running in the background. You cannot stop this program as it is running as root policy. Then there's some screaming. The message disappears. And you wake up to discover a time bomb virus. You have to kill it within a certain amount of time. Otherwise, you'll be bombed straight away.
However, that's only going to be on the second game.
Yeah. And on the 10th level, this is before you defeat the boss. Windows Defender or whatever.
Virus Defender.
And the other helper, which is called not Windows, but it's called Scholar OS Cleanup.
Yeah.
Basically cleans clutter off your system.
Mhm.
And it will give you a wipe weapon, which will basically wipe 60 health off the enemy, but it can only be used once.
Mhm.
And after that, when you win the boss fight, you're going to get Microsoft David, so we are going to add some TTS into it.
Yeah, because we are TTS people, aren't we?
Yeah, and also just for people who want it, and it'll say, help, help, I'm trapped in Bonzi's dungeon.
Mhm.
And then there's Bonzi Buddy saying, how dare you talk to the hero, and then the game will close.
And then it will display like choose your fate and stuff.
There is a bit of cryptic messages as well, if you download the cryptic version of it.
Yeah.
But again, that's your choice, we might develop it later on.
Mhm.
And Web Void 2 starts with, help, help, I'm trapped in Bonzi's dungeon. You'll never get out. And then there is the voice from the Mendel virus. I forgot, I keep forgetting what it's called.
It's called Micro Sam.
Okay, and it will say, contact Bond's body support team to continue, it will glitch. Like your game in TTS, it'll basically have a bunch of random letters and glitch. It's only like 20 random letters, and after like 30 seconds, you'll be taken into the game. And Virus 1, this, you will actually have Vengeance of Security and all those weapons from the previous game. But keep in mind the viruses are more powerful. Plus, they have the ability to control the antivirus.
It's true.
But you have a certain amount of time before they use that. The antivirus could take damage off you, it could take health off you, it could sometimes even kill you instantly. So be careful of how many attacks you do at once. And if it detects that you're holding spacebar for longer than like 2 seconds, you'll get a warning saying stop cheating. Because obviously we know people that are going to just hold space. And after 3 stop cheating messages, the game will stop and Bonzi will say, you broke it, why? And then crash. So, kind of crazy that game.
Yeah.
The Descent of Phoenix is also coming as an HTML as well. It might be a bit minimal, it might be a bit slower.
That's if you want to get the itch.io version.
Yeah, because it's HTML. The reason why we're using HTML is because it will work with every OS.
Yeah. So, Descent of Phoenix, that's going to release sometime in July or August.
Yes,
And rethinking tech, you may be wondering, Alfie, you've been talking about this for ages. Your ambition was to be making this. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm focused more on Blindsoft's main objective at the moment.
And the Web Void game isn't part of Blindsoft, although it does have some links with Blindsoft. Reason is, obviously, there's going to be like too many games released on one certificate, and it's just going to be...
So the actual company that we are using for this, it's called
Metallic Audio.
So this is a separate company. So, however, we are thinking to integrate it inside of Blindsoft Games or Blindsoft Incorporated.
Well, it will use the Blindsoft server for some features.
Yeah, that is correct.
For storing your achievements, it will use the Blindsoft server. For some online play, Metallic Audio will make more than just Web Void.
It'll make a few other things called like Tech Genius. So Tech Genius is basically where you've got to find out how a virus entered your system, and it's basically like it's a super hard virus that you have to use. So it's a super hard virus for you to decode its encrypted messages to a random person in a random country. And no, it's not China and India, because you may be thinking, what is it? Do you reckon it, like, they may be thinking, is it China or India? Well, it isn't.
It's actually this unknown country.
Yeah, called Valvador.
Anyway, so...
That isn't being released until 2027.
Yeah, and Battle of the Empires will use Metallic Audio a bit as well, because...
However, it is part of Blindsoft.
because metallic audio are actually going to do most of the audio sounds.
Yeah. That's why Blindsoft Studios are going to help metallic audio a bit.
Yeah, but Blindsoft Studios, Harry was supposed to do that, but he's completely slacked off.
It used to be called Your Audio, but now that's completely gone.
Stop recording.
Can I pause the recording for a second?
Yeah.
Pause video.
Switch your microphone off.
Okay, right. I will be back with you in a minute.
Cap
guys.
microphone. Microphone off. Microphone.
We're back, guys. Just a little private matter.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We've also got some other news.
And go on.
Well, the smartphones which you're making, Linux we're using.
Yeah, we are using
Probably.
Linux. We are
We use
using
Linux because it's just more customizable and open source, so it's easier for us to just, go on GitHub and just make a fork.
The operating system we're basing it on, we're not basing it off anything. That's why we're building it straight from the ground up with Linux, not Unix. I was about to say Unix.
So, you can actually install this on Android. It's an alternative to Graphene OS.
Yeah.
Technically, yeah. It's more secure though because you can basically set up not only profiles but sandbox phone numbers.
Uh-huh.
One-time use phone numbers, pretty much.
Mhm.
And so you can either install it on an Android phone or a Samsung phone if you're really up to doing that.
Which is basically the same as an Android, although with a custom skin on top because it uses one UI. You can even install it on Redmi, Xiaomi, Poco, or Poco, however you want to say it. On Harpo. I want to say Harpo. No, it's it's Harpo OS, I think.
And we are planning to actually make something like CarPlay as well later on.
Mhm.
I said later on because we're going to need to partner up with car companies, aren't we?
52
Yeah.
minutes. 40,
Holy!
52 minutes.
Jeez.
Stop recording.
Oh my!
Video button.
I think we should end the recording here.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I am making a version of Star, so stick around for
Stop.
that.
Stop.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, press options and all. And just one of you just don't subscribe to Alfie because
How dare you?
it's only because he's on 46 and I'm on 45.
Look, I don't like. I will subscribe to you on my secondary channel.
Okay then.
Right then.
Stop.
Bye, guys.
Bye guys.